Everybody, welcome back to the shop. I'm Izzy, and today I'm here with Michael from Deacon Woodwork, and is it woodwork or woodworking?
Deacon Woodworks.
Deacon Woodworks.
I think so. What does it say on the back?
It says Deacon Woodworks, residential renovation and custom woodworking. All right, cool.
Deacon Woodworks.
So Michael's come up here to Maker's Playground to help me get organized, and that's something we desperately need in the new shop. So today we're going to look at a couple different ways that you guys can get organized in your shops, or at least hopefully give you some ideas that you can use. And Michael's got a lot of good ideas about shop organization. He was showing me his shop. It's pretty organized.
We try to keep it that way at least. At least it makes flow easier and it makes getting things done faster and better. So
yeah, and since we're going to have lots of different makers here in the space doing different things, shop organization is going to be very important, making sure things get put away where they need to get put away. And to do that, we're going to use a lot of visual organization. So stay around, it's going to be fun. Let's get started. Michael and I discussed this whole tool organization thing at length. And in this video, we're building this modular tool wall. And it was actually Michael's idea to make our sections 2 foot by 2 foot and make them modular so we can move them around. And the nice thing about that is because we're using this foam that we cut out the tools rest in, if we end up changing tools down the road, I've only got to replace a 2 foot by 2 foot section, not this huge, 4 foot by 4 foot or 2 foot by 4 foot section, which made a lot of sense. So we decided we're going to build boxes with French Cleat systems on the back, and we're going to do some 2 foot by 2 foot boxes. We're making it all of construction grade material. I buy these yellow pine sections. They're 14 feet long, so I have the big box store cut them down for me, and they make for really good construction projects like this, and they paint up really well too. So after we cut them down to the height that they needed to be, I cut out a little groove in the back, just a little rabbet in the back on the table saw, and then we're taking this over to the miter saw, and we're going to cut a whole bunch of parts at the same length, which made it really easy, and we're going to use that miter to recess a panel in the back of. So you set up stop block on the miter saw and then cut like a bazillion of these. And while I was cutting them, Michael started putting the boxes together. In this case, we're not getting crazy fancy with the construction. It's simply the miters are glued together and then pin nailed in place, and then the backing board is also glued and pinned in place. Now we made 6 of these, and after we got those done, Michael cut out the foam that would insert in this. Now it's important that we get this really tight, and then we put the cleats on the back of it. And while Mike and I put the cleats on the back of it, let's hear from our partner for this video. Hey guys, so today I want to take a minute and talk to you about ExpressVPN. First of all, what is a VPN and why is it important to have? Simply put, a VPN is a virtual privacy network or virtual private network. It keeps your information safe when you're out there surfing the web. I personally am not a really big fan of showing my daughter dress up in dollhouse stuff on my cell phone and then going out to my office and having it pop up on every website that I go to that has ads on it. That drives me nuts. But let's face it, most of us shop online these days, and having a VPN encrypts your data so others can't sniff out your information. I like ExpressVPN because in my experience it has the fastest speeds, it has server locations in over 94 countries, 24/7 customer support. ExpressVPN is an absolute no-hassle service, it's inexpensive, and you can set it up with literally one click. So if you're tired of the ads and you want to shop safe, go check out the link in the description box below. Take back your internet privacy today. Find out how you can get 3 months free by using the link expressvpn.com/Izzy. That's expressvpn.com/Izzy. When you support my sponsors, you're supporting me, so definitely go check it out. That's expressvpn.com/Izzy. Learn how you can take back your internet privacy today. With the cleats all nailed to the boxes, we made 2 long strips with an opposing angle that matches the cleats on the back of the box and bolted them to the wall. Now I have cement walls in here, so everything had to be tapped with a drill bit and then use tap cons to secure that to the wall. And once that was done, simply hung the boxes on the wall and started adding the foam to it. I really like the way this turned out. and it made a whole lot of sense for it. Now we're going to lay out the tools, and I'm not sure how I'm going to lay them all out, so we just did one section for this video. We laid those all out and Michael cut them out for us. Now I'm going to do the outro for the video here in just a minute, but if you wait after the outro, there's a couple minutes of Michael cutting out all these tools, and it's oddly satisfying. So I would definitely encourage you to stick around and watch that if you want to see how all the tools get added. So there you have it. We've got a good start on our visual wall tool organization. We made it modular. It just made sense to do so, and that was actually Michael's idea. Really good idea, by the way.
Thank you.
So what do you think of the Kiazen Foam wall?
I tell you, for this type of environment, with a classroom environment and having individuals in here, that being able to see the tools right away is absolutely the right move for this shop and for this workflow in this shop. Yeah,
and we are going to have different people in here for different times, and being able to really keep a track of the tools and stuff, it's going to be great. So if there's a hole, it's going to be easy to see. We'll be able to tell if that tool's missing, and we can go on the hunt for it. So thank you guys very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It's very helpful. And of course, if you're not subscribed already, please do so. We have a lot more fun builds coming down the pipe. Lots more creators going to be coming by and visiting and hanging out and doing fun projects, and you're not going to want to miss that. We'll be talking to you soon. For those of you who stuck around to watch this, thank you very much for sticking around. So this is the process of adding the tools to the foam, and it's a relatively straightforward process, nothing too fancy about it. Now you can either lay the tool in place and then you trace it around the outline with the marker, and then just peel the foam back with your fingers, and that works. In this case, most of the tools that we're using are actually pretty straight, so we're actually just laying the tool in place and then running the knife along the edge of the tool, which ensures a very nice tight fit, and making that kind of the process for this particular part of our tool wall. So this is kind of an ode to creators in the YouTube space. On the wall there, you'll be able to see a few squares, and those were made by Tony Rulo. So Tony, thank you very much. And then of course the hand plane there you see is by Tony Rulo as well. Now those weird looking clamps that Michael's cutting in right now are one of Andy Klein's inventions, and it's kind of fun to have all the creators of stuff that I have from different creators all kind of in one place. Now above those two crazy looking little C-clamps is a interesting multi-tool square from Tim Sway. So Tim Sway, thank you very much for that. I really enjoy having that in the shop. And above that, you'll see just a few things that I use pretty much every day. A couple tape measures, a pair of flush trims that I use for just about everything in the shop when it comes to cutting nails that poke through where they're not supposed to poke through, or various other operations. And then above that are my folding chisels that I really, really enjoy. I use those all the time. So I put those all in one place, and that's the one box that I knew I could get done today in our very short period of time together with Michael building this a modular tool wall. Now this made a whole lot of sense to do a modular system because we want to be able to move things around, and the 6 panels that we made today are just the start. We have a bunch more that we're making. We'll have a few that'll have the same tools in them, so when people come in to the shop to do projects, they will be able to take one of those with them. That'll have everything like a tape measure and chisels and various woodworking tools that they can use throughout the day at the various benches, and at the end of the day put everything back. We'll be able to bring it back and hang it in their spots. And the nice thing about using this type of foam is it's got that white background, so when we cut it out and a tool's missing from it, it's very obvious that a tool's missing from it, so it'll be much easier to keep track of the tools that we're using day in and day out and not lose anything. So gentlemen and ladies, thank you very much for watching today's video. I certainly do appreciate it, and I hope that you found this somewhat useful, and maybe there's some aspect of this that you can implement in your own shops. I hope you all have a wonderful day.